You might be surprised to hear the guy tells you, yes, she was sleeping, and at a certain point, she agreed. In fact, she enjoyed it. In fact, she was even telling me, yeah, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. If she decides the following day to sue you or to report you for her, she is right. Please, guys, learn to accept no. Let a girl's no be no. You have your hand. Your hand is not only meant for eating, it's also meant for soupy. Today, we want to talk about the R word. And what is the R word? Repitalization. When I was growing up, whenever I heard that a girl was repitalized, the first thing that went through my mind was brutality, force, not even coercion, attack. In fact, that's what most of us are thinking up till today. So that once a girl makes an accusation or an allegation that she was repitalized, the first thing that goes through our head is that the person who repitalized that girl, or even if it's the other way around, did a forceful entry. Repitalization is not just about force alone. I saw a post on Instablog, it's always on Instablog, how a Kenyan lady talked about how somebody who was supposed to be her bestie, a guy, took advantage of her. But before I saw this story this morning, I also saw, I think, somewhere on social media how they say a girl accused Rude Boy of repitalization as well. But it was later somehow found out to be false. And now Rude Boy is trying to take action against that girl. Once we hear the R word, the first thing that goes on in our mind is that that person that was being repitalized was either forced or beaten or assaulted. Brothers and sisters, it is not always the case. Before I go ahead to analyze this R word, I'm going to read for you what I read on Instablog. I mean, what this Kenyan lady wrote. She wrote, I was R several years ago. It happened and my mind blocked that memory and I never remembered. Years after, on a random day, I had a panic attack and that memory of me being R'd was so clear I could see my R'ist so clearly. It was so terrifying. And somebody replied her, was your R'ist arrested? I texted him immediately, I remembered, and he really denied and even tried suing me. I was in my mid-20s with very little knowledge on how to navigate a lot. I went to therapy. And somebody replied, was he a friend? And she responded, yes, he was. Somebody I'd even schooled with. I ran to him for shelter because my father would really beat me up. And another person replied, is he still walking free? I'm sorry. And she responded, unfortunately, he is. I remember I tried to talk about it on my socials at that time, and he immediately had someone send me a letter suing me. I was in my mid-20s, so I kept silent. Now, on the comment section of this post, a lot of people are alleging that this girl is lying. That how could something have happened when she was in her mid-20s and she only remembered it now? That probably she consented to whatever happened. Now, guys, as I said before, when we hear the R word, the first thing that goes in our mind is force, assault, but it's not always the case. Did you know that if I or you as a married person, or you are in a relationship, a serious relationship, and your girlfriend spends a night with you or spends a day with you, and that girl is tired, and you are in your maximum capacity of libido to perform. And while you're smooshing that girl, she tells you, no, honey, I'm tired. Please, let's do it another time. I'm tired. And somehow, you managed to enter. She didn't say anything. Again, she's your wife or she's your girlfriend. Maybe at some point, she lets you have your way. Doesn't matter she's tired or not, because maybe she loves you, or she's your wife, or she feels that it's her duty to let you have your way. And eventually, you had your way, and after it, you buckle up, everything went to sleep. Do you know that if that girl, that's your wife, wakes up in the morning and decides to sue you for R, that she would win? For the fact that you eventually, as a man or as a woman, had your way into somebody that clearly told you, no, please, I'm tired. I don't want to do this today. And somehow, because you were persistent, you went ahead and she or he let you. Brothers and sisters, that is R. And if that person sues you, she is right to sue you. Because a lot of us, when we hear stories like this, we tend to ask, how did it happen? Didn't you enjoy it? It doesn't matter if they enjoyed it. The definition of R is you having an intercourse with somebody that clearly doesn't want it. I'm going to read it out for you guys. It says here, R is the non-consensual sexual penetration of another person, including or oral, by any bodily part of or object. It is a form of sexual violence that occurs when consent is not freely given due to force, coercion, or the victim's inability to consent due to age, intoxication, or mental impairment. The blame for R always lies with the perpetrator, not the victim. So that means that anytime you have an intercourse with your partner, maybe she's sleeping, and you think because she's your partner, she should automatically let you have your way. That is R. So brothers and sisters, when you hear somebody, especially ladies, women, complain that somebody R'd them, do not be quick to attack the person. Rather, hear the other side of the guy first before you can make your conclusion if this was actually what happened. Because at the end of the day, you might be surprised to hear the guy tells you, yes, she was sleeping, and at a certain point, she agreed. In fact, she enjoyed it. In fact, she was even telling me, yeah, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Brothers, it doesn't matter. No matter how many times she tells you, give it to me. It doesn't matter how many times she tells you, fire, fire, fire. As long as when you started, she told you, no, honey, I'm tired. I'm not in the mood. And eventually, just because of emotional coercion, she decided to let you have it. If she decides the following day to sue you or to report you for R, she is right. And in a country where law works, taking all what I've read into consideration, she will likely win you. In fact, she will win you, not likely. So please, guys, learn to accept no. Let a girl's no be no. It doesn't matter how high your libido is. It doesn't matter how much you want to satisfy yourself at that moment. When your wife or your girlfriend tells you no, I am not in the mood, respect that. You have your hand. Your hand is not only meant for eating. Your hand is not only meant for walking. It's also meant for soupy. Go and Google what soupy means. So please, let's learn to respect each other. I know, yes, I know that sometimes, or even a lot of times, people who accuse people of harming them, sometimes they are just accusations. Sometimes they are just, they are not telling us the truth. Sometimes they want to, want something from the other person. Sometimes it's not true. But we should learn to tread this path cautiously. When a girl says she was harmed, let's not quickly jump and into conclusion and tell her that she's lying, it did not happen, or she enjoyed it. Let us listen further. Let us hear from the guy. Once he explains and the explanation doesn't make sense, then you understand the girl was speaking the truth. So brothers, I beg, make una control una urge. Sex is not everything about life. If girl tell you, say no, learn to respect her. No, you get your hand. If you want do am two hands, do am two hands. Make we know they hear these kind of things again, because make sense. And if you be girl bestie, my brother, you will need to be very careful, because now this bestie, now temptation the plenty pass. Because you feel say, as the girl is nice, you say when you now want knock, say the girl should agree. Make we know they hear this kind of thing, because R not be just about forceful entry. It's not just about assault. It can even be in a coercive. In fact, see. You fit sweet talk person into agreeing to shine Congo. That doesn't mean the person wanted it. That's now why, for me, if woman just tell me no, my brother, I dey run. In fact, you must tell me yes. In fact, now you go carry your mouth, tell me, say, crackhead, I won't make you shine me, so that you go there on record. No, wahala, I don't talk my own finish.